Right. Good evening. So in the last class we discussed 2014 and 13 paper. Today we'll continue our discussion on 2015 paper. Right. So in 2015 paper, question number 35 to 40. The question is, which of the following pseudocode segment is equivalent to the logic of the given flowchart segment? So in this case, they gave you the flowchart segment and asked you to choose the correct pseudocode segment. When you observe the flowchart segment, initially there's a condition is being checked, a greater than 25, right? Then if it is true, there's an output, do P. If it is false, we are checking another condition. If it is true, do Q. If it is false, do R. So in this case, this is the initial condition. This is the next condition. So after the initial one, we will have the next condition. So we will consider a greater than 25 question mark. So we have to convert it as if a greater than 25, then. Why? For the selection, when we have if condition, after the condition we will put then command. So if a greater than 25. So all these four answers are having the same line. So by depending on first line, each and every answers are right. When it is true, do P. So when we have the true output of this condition, we have to do P. So here also all are having do P. Then we will have else part. So that is fine, else. Then they are checking B less than 10. If it is true, do Q. If B less than 10. This one is right, this one is right, this one is right, this one is wrong, right? So here, this is wrong. So I am removing this one. When B is less than 10, if it is true, do Q. So when the condition is getting true, do Q statement will be executed. So in this case, do Q is there, do Q is there. Here, do R. So this is wrong. So we can eliminate third answer option. If it is false, do R. So else do R. That is fine. Else do R. That is fine. Right? So sorry, I forgot. Second answer option, we are having less than symbol. So that is wrong. Right? So after the do R, end if, and then end if. So initially the condition is false. I forgot to say. So I had to erase this one. So initially this condition is false. That's why I will remove this one. So the correct answer option is first answer option. Question number 36. Question number 36, marks for 10 subjects of a student are stored in the array marks. So array we already discussed in our class. Array marks. So marks is the array name, a variable name, with the index ranging from 1 to 10. So index is starting from 1 to 10. A pseudocode to calculate the average marks with 3 labels P, Q, and R is given below. Right? So there's an array with 10 marks. So the name is marks, the array name. It is going to denote how many marks? 10 marks. Right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And also they are saying the array index is starting from 1 to 10. So this is 1, this is 10. For loop we already studied. In the for loop, the increment will be done by 1. So total marks before the execution of the calculation process, it will be 0. Right? So total marks equal P, P is equal to 0 because the variable total marks will have the initial value of 0. Why? The program was not yet executed, right? So here this is the initialization stage. So the value will be 0. That's why we can remove third and fourth answer options. First one and second one is having 0. Right? For I equal 1 to 10. So as usual, for loop from index 1 to index 10. Total marks equal total marks plus marks Q. So when we want to add these all numbers, we have to read each and every index from the beginning. So the beginning index is given as 1. Right? So beginning index is 1, ending index is 10, which is denoted by I. So I equal 1 to 10, which means in the first iteration, the I will be 1. Second iteration, I will be 2. Third iteration, I will be 3. Likewise, up to 10. That's why Q will be I. Right? So this one and this. Average marks, we have to divide the total marks by 10. So the answer is second answer option. Right? So they have combined array with the for loop. Right? Array we have studied separately in the class. Also for loop, we wrote a computer program to understand it. So there's no worries about the notes. You can get a clear idea. Right? So that's the end of question number 37. 36. Now question number 37. How many times will the following while loop execute? Right? So count is equal to 9. So the initial value of count is equal to 9, while count greater than or equal 3. This is an MCQ. When there's only one single question, never draw the trace table. So just write count 9. 9 greater than or equal 3, which is true. Count equal count minus 2. So count is 9, 9 minus 2, the new count will be 7. So one time execution is done. Then it will go back here and the count will be 7. 7 greater than 3, greater than or equal 3, which is true. So count equal count minus 2, currently the count is 7. 7 minus 2, it will be 5. So 2 times iteration done. It will go back here. Count will be 5. 5 greater than or equal 3, it is true. Count equal count minus 2. Count is 5. So 5 minus 2, which is 3. So 3 times, so third time the iteration happened. The 3 will go back here. 3 greater than or equal 3, which is true. Greater than is false, but equal is there, no? So true. 3 greater than or equal 3, which is true, it will go inside. Now the current value of count is 3. 3 minus 2, which is 1. So fourth time iteration happened. It will go back here. Count will be 1. 1 greater than or equal 3, which is false, and while. So how many times the iteration will happen? 4 times. So question number 37, answer option is second answer option. Question number 38. Consider the following pseudocode segment. What is the output of the following pseudocode segment? So they gave you the pseudocode segment and asked you to find the output of the pseudocode segment. Initially, odd total equals 0, count equals 0, current odd is 1. So while count less than or equal 3, right? Count is 0. So 0 less than or equal 3, while loop will be executed. Odd total equal odd total plus current total. Odd total is 0. 0 plus current total, sorry, current odd, it is 1. So 0 plus 1, the odd total is 1. Right? Current odd equal current odd plus 2. Current odd is 1. 1 plus 2, it is 3. Count equal count plus 1. Count is 0. 0 plus 1, 1. Right? It will go back here. So the count value is 1. Right? So I will erase this one and write count as 1. Odd total equal odd total plus current odd. Now the value of odd total is 1, right? So here I will remove this one and place odd total as 1. Current odd, it is 3. Here we found. So 1 plus 3, it will be 4. So new odd total will be 4. Current odd, now it is 3. Right? So current odd is 3. 3 plus 2, it is 5. Count equal count plus 1. Count is 1. Right? So 1 plus 1, it is 2. It will go back here. 2 less than or equal 3. Right? So 2 less than or equal 3, which is true. So here it is 2. Odd total equal odd total plus current odd total. Now it is 4. Right? So odd total, it is 4. Current odd, it is 5. So 5 plus 4, it is 9. Current odd equal current odd plus 2. Current odd is 5. Right? So here current odd is 5. Five plus 2, it is 7. Count equal count plus 1. Count is currently 2. 2 plus 1, it is 3. Right? It will go back here. 3 less than or equal 3. So 3 less than or equal 3, it is true. Odd total equal odd total plus current odd. Odd total is 9. Current odd, it is 7. So 9 plus 7, 16. Current odd, it is 7. So 7 plus 2, which is 9. Count equal count plus 1. The current count is 3. 3 plus 1, it is 4. It will go back here. While condition count less than or equal 3. 4 less than or equal 3, it is false. Go to end while. So the output will be print odd total. For the odd total, the last value was 16. That's why the answer option is second answer option. That's the end of question number 38. Question number 39. Consider the following pseudocode segment. If average marks greater than 50, then inside the if failed subject equals 0, then scholarship equal true. So to make sure scholarship equal true, you have to get average marks more than 50, this one, and fail subject equal 0, this one. So both condition you have to satisfy. So both condition you have to satisfy means it is and. If average marks greater than 50 and failed subject equal 0, then scholarship equal true, which means you have to fulfill these two conditions. It is a compulsory, right? So the answer option is first answer option. Question number 40. Consider the while loop and the repeat until loops given below. So there's a while loop. Count A is equal to 1. So initially, the initialized value is A is equal to 1. While count less than or equal 10, count A equal count A plus 2 and Y. That is one iteration. Second one, count B equal 1, repeat, count B equal B plus 2 until count less than or equal 10. Right? So this is the MCQ question. So we don't have too much time to spend on this question. So what we can do is we can go for a short method, right? Just look at the screen. A is equal to 1. So here 1 less than or equal 10, it is true. Count equal count A plus 2 means 1 plus 2, it is 3. Right? So 1 plus 2, 3, comma. It will go back again. 3 less than or equal 10, true. So 3 plus 2, 5. Again go back, 5 less than or equal 10, 5 plus 2, 7. Again go back, 7 less than or equal 10, true. A equal A plus 2, which is 9. Again go back, 9 less than or equal 10, which is true. So 9 plus 2, it is 11. 11 less than or equal 10, no, it is false. So it will exit from the loop. So here, count A value, current count A value is 11. So depending on that output, we can remove these two, right? 9 and 9. Then next part, count B equal 1. Repeat until loop. As I said earlier, one time the loop will be executed without any issues. So count B equal 1, repeat, count B equal count B plus 2. So 1 plus 2, it is 3. 3 less than or equal 10. So in this case, V is equal to 1, 1 plus 2, it is 3. That until count be less than or equal 10. Now the value is 3. 3 less than or equal 10, it is 5, so it will go back. 3 plus 2, 5, it will go back. 5 plus 2, 7, it will go back. 7 plus 2, 9, it will go back. 9 plus 2, 11. 11 until count B, which means until 11 less than or equal 10. No, it will exit. So the options is 11 and 11. Both will be the right answer option. Right? Any doubts you can ask. If you are having any doubts, you can ask now. Right. We'll move to the 2016 paper. Question number 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So there are 5 questions. 2016 all-level paper, question number 36. Consider the following Pascal program. Program repetition, input, output, var x colon integer, begin x colon equal 1, repeat, write x colon equal x plus 1 until x equal 3, end. What is the correct output when the above program is executed? Right? So they are asking the output. So initially x is equal to 1, repeat, write x. So immediately there will be output 1. Right? 1 plus 1, which is 2. 2 equal 3. No. But go back here. Write x 2. 2 plus 1, it is 3. 3 equal 3, true, exit. So here the output will be first or second? Second one, because they use write command. If we are using write ln command, first one is the answer option. But we are using write command. So that's why second answer option. Question number 37. Consider the following pseudocode with label X to calculate the sum of numbers from 1 to 10, 100. So they are going to add the numbers from 1 to 100. Sum is equal to 0, num is equal to 0. That is fine because no any values are there. Repeat, num equal num plus 1. Initially the num is 0, 0 plus 1, 1. So this is the most important line, fourth line, right? Because before adding the number, increment is done by 1 and the 1 came. After getting number 1, we are going to add it, not after adding. Initially, we will increase the value of num by 1. Then we are doing the sum part, right? After num equal num plus 1. So currently the num is 1. Then sum is 0. Sum equals sum plus num, which means 0 plus 1, 1. I will write this one, 0 plus 1, 1. It will go back again and again to find it up to num came to 100. In 100 varum varaikkum, iteration is needed. So when we want the iteration up to 100, we must have the particular conditions in X. So in the until X part, it will be num, right? So until part, when it is the condition is getting false, it will be executed. If the condition is true, exit from the loop. So when num is getting 100 as the value, we have to stop. Right? So num greater than or equal 100. When you place num greater than or equal 100, here what will happen? Initially it is 1. 1 greater than or equal 100, false, go back. 2, 3, 4, 5. At one stage 99, false. 100 greater than or equal 100, which is true, exit from the loop. So that's why most appropriate answer is fourth answer option, right? So for the answer selection, this one will help you. Initially you will have the increment statement. After the increment statement, you will have the addition part. So after the increment statement, right? That's the end of question number 37. Question number 38, 39 are based on the following flowchart designed to find the smallest number from any 10 numbers. So questions 39 to 39 are based on the following flowchart designed to find the smallest number from any 10 numbers, right? So you are going to find the smallest number among 10 numbers. So this is the flowchart given. First question is, which of the following correctly represents the labels P and Q in the flowchart respectively, right? P, you can find it straight away. Why? you have to find the smallest number. So smallest number, what's the word? Min, right? So P, it will be min. Why? For the min variable, we are assigning the smallest number. So min equal in. So whatever the value came in, it will be equal to min, and then it is compared. So here P will be min. First, I will consider the answer options. So there is output min, output count, output n, output min. So based on min command, there will be two, first one and the fourth one, right? So first one and the fourth one is having the output min. Just now leave it. We will consider the flow chart one by one. You are going to input a number n. When you are inserting the number for the very first time, min equal n. Why? Because when you are having only one number, that is the smallest number, right? So min equal n. Count equal 1, which means one value is already came in. So they are checking the count less than 10. Now the current value of count is 1. 1 less than 10, it is true. Input n. So again, input n means you are going to insert the second number, right? So the second number, which one? This second number is compared with the first number, n less than min. So the second number is less than min or not. If the second number is less than min, it will go to yes part, and min will be equal to which one? The new n. So Q part, min equal n, right? At one stage, it will output or display min. So here min equal n. So P and Q. So P output min, Q min equal n. So the correct answer option is first answer option, right? So that's the end of question number 38. Question number 39. Which of the following statements is correct regarding to the control structures given in the flow chart? Right? They are asking about the control structures. Here sequence is there. In each and every flow chart, there will be sequence. This one is a simple selection. Why? We are having yes or no. This one is iteration. Why? There's a data returning arrow. When something is having data returning arrow, that will be iteration. So sequence is there, selection is there, iteration is there. So we have to say all three. But they didn't ask that. They are asking the structure of this iteration. So mainly iteration. Why? There's a return arrow. Iteration is there. Inside the iteration, there is simple selection. Right? So inside the iteration, there is simple selection. So here, selection occurs within repetition. right? So within the repetition, selection occurs. So the 39th question, the answer option is first one. Question number 40. Count equals 0. Repeat until loop is there, while and while loop is there. All are separate, right? So this is repeat until, this is while and while. They ask him, how many times will the word hello be displayed when the above code is executed, right? So you have to count the hello word times. So count is equal 0, repeat, display, hello. So first one done. Count equal count plus 1. Count is 0, 0 plus 1, 1. 1 greater than 4. 1 greater than 4, it is false. Iteration continues. So second one. 1 plus 1, it is 2. So 2 greater than 4, that is also false. So it will go back here and display hello for the third time. Count equal count plus 1, the new count is 3. Right? 3 greater than 4, that is false. It will go back and print hello 4 times. Right? Count equal count plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. Right? 4 greater than 4, it is false. So it will go back and display hello. Right? So when the count value is 0 first time, when the count value is 1 second time, when the count value is 3 third time, when the count value is when the count value is 2 third time, when the count value is 3 fourth time, now the current value of count is 4. Right? So 4 greater than 4, that is false. It will go back. So when it is 4 fifth time, 5 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5. So 5 is there. 5 greater than 4, true. Exit from the loop. So already 5 times hello was printed. Now the count is how many? 5. 5 greater than 4, true. Hello. So 6 time. Count equal count minus 1. 5 minus 1, it is 4. 4 greater than 4, it is false. It is while loop. So exit from the loop. So totally, how many outputs? 6 outputs. 5 and 1, 6. Right? So the answer option is third answer option. That's the end of 2016 paper. Any doubts you can ask. So here x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20. So I will say I'll write 10, 20. What they expect is what will be displayed, right? So I am going to compare x 10 less than 20. 10 less than 20, it is yes. So it will go here. It is simple selection. So this side won't work. Z equal y, right? So Z equal y, the current value of y is 20. Y equal x, the current value of x is 10. X equals z, the current value of z is 20. So I can remove this one, and this one. So currently z is equal to 20, y is equal to 10, x is equal to 20. But they ask display x comma y. So x is equal to 20. Y is equal 10. So 20 comma 10, third answer option. Right. That's the end of question number 24 of 2017 paper. Question number 25. Consider the following pseudocode with label P to find the product of numbers from 1 to 10. Right? So product means the multiplication. Product equal 1, number equal 0, repeat until loop is used. Here 1 to 10, so totally 10 numbers. In the repeat until loop, initially you are increasing the number 1 to number 2. Why? Number equal number 1, number plus 1 means currently the value of number is 0. 0 plus 1, 1. So when number is equal to 1, you are starting the multiplication process. So likewise, when it is 2, second time, 3, second time. So at one stage, when the number is equal to 10, you will do the multiplication. Then it must be stopped. So until loop, when the condition is false, loop will be executed. When the condition is false, sorry, true, exit from the loop. So P, we have to place number greater than or equal 10. I will apply number greater than or equal 10. Initially the number is 1, 1 greater than or equal 10, it is false, go back. At one stage, number will be equal to 10, 10 greater than or equal 10, it is yes, exit from the loop. So my answer is right, number greater than or equal 10. Third answer option. That's the end of question number 25. Question number 26. Which of the following pseudocode segment is equivalent to the logic of the algorithm given in the flow chart? So in the flow chart, there are some algorithms. There is an algorithm given. The question is, which of the following pseudocode segment is equivalent to the logic of the algorithm given in the flowchart? So you have to observe the logic of this flowchart, and then you have to choose the pseudocode segment. So there's an initial value n is equal to 0. By depending on that n is equal to 0, we can remove this one. Why? N is equal to 1. So remove this one. Then there's an increment statement, n equal n plus 1. But for n is equal to 0 to 10 do means there's an increment by 1. Right? So that is equal to increment by 1. So we can say it is seems to be okay. Seems to be okay. Right? N is equal to 0. Before checking the condition, the n equal n plus 1 is done. So there's nothing here. So I will put no. Here it is n is equal to 0 to 10. This is n is equal 1 to 10. Right? For loop. Can you remember the for loop? When we provide n is equal to 0 to 10, display n. Right? What will happen? Whether 0 is printed or 1 is printed. Because the do command will do the increment statement automatically by 1. My question is whether there's an immediate display of 0 here, or after the increment display is done. That is the question here. But we already studied in the class, the initial value will be displayed. That's why second one is wrong. Right answer is fourth one. So 1 to 10 display n means it will display 1 to 10. Right? We already wrote the for loop program in our exercise book. You can refer it, right, if you want. Question number 27. Consider the following pseudocode. X is equal to 0. Do while loop. So do while loop, one time the loop will be executed without considering the condition. So display star mark. So one time the star will be printed. X equal x plus 2. X is equal to 0, 0 plus 2, it is 2. 2 less than 5, true, it will go back and display the star again. So second star. 2 plus 2, it is 4. Right? So 2 plus 2, it is 4. 4 less than 5, true, it will go back and display star. 4 plus 2, it is 6. 6 less than 5, false, exit from the loop. So the actual answer is 3 times, but there is no any appropriate answer. For question number 27, on that year, it was an open question because there's no any answer. So you can write how many times? 3 times, right? That's the end of question number 27 of 2017 paper. Question number 28. Consider the following pseudocode. If average greater than 70, then if sports color equal true, then all round award equal true. So this is if inside another if, which means both conditions must be true when you want to achieve the goal. So if average greater than 70 must be fulfilled and sports color must be true in order to get all round the award as true. So here the logic will be if average greater than 70 and sports color equal true, then all round award equal true. So the and you have to provide. Right? So that is the answer for your question number 28. Right?